Joining our conversation, the aforementioned Andrew Weissmann, former FBI general counsel and former senior member of the Mueller probe, and Neal Katyal, former acting solicitor general. Lucky for us, both Andrew and Neal are NBC News and MSNBC legal analysts. Andrew, I want to start with your piece. Does this mean that a new Justice Department's criminal division would reopen the 2-volume Mueller report and look at the evidence around those, I think it's 6 acts of obstruction of justice, and consider whether or not to prosecute those?
I think that is going to be a decision for the new attorney general as to whether to do that. And the way I look at this, the sort of the big picture, Nicole, is, and this piggybacks on your last segment, is the rule of law is a crown jewel of our democracy. And, the president's actions today in abusing the pardon power is just another nail in the coffin of that rule of law. But to be a country that believes in the rule of law, it means, are you going to apply that to the most senior levels of the government, meaning a former president of the United States? We have seen around the globe that applies. Yesterday, the French opened a criminal trial of a former president. In Israel, there is an indictment of the current head of the Israeli government. So it's not unheard of to do that. It would be unheard of here, but when the facts warrant it, it means that the president and the former president should be subject to the law. And if they broke it, they should be held to account just like any other of us would be held to account.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.